Good morning, everybody. My name is Peter Brown. I'm the marketing director at Habitat Charlotte Region, and thanks so much for joining us today for our Habitat Learn and Ask featuring Women Build 30. I'm joined by Shannon Hinson, who is our Vice President of Development here at Habitat Charlotte Region. She is going to be our main presenter throughout this event today. I'm going to kind of skulk into the background to be running some things technology-wise, but one quick note, with GoToWebinar, at times the sound can be problematic if you are on headphones, so recommended if you're having some trouble hearing, maybe use your system audio versus headphones or earbuds. So I'm going to go away now, and then Shannon is going to take it over from here.
Awesome. Thanks, Peter. Thanks for getting us started. And again, welcome everybody. Welcome this morning. Wish we were together in person. This is our second kickoff that we've had to do virtually, but Women Build is still going strong, and we're excited to be at a remarkable milestone, 30 years, and so incredible that this initiative started in Charlotte and has become really an international success for Habitat. So thank you all for the role that you've played in continuing to support this initiative. Today, we're going to have a special guest that's going to be joining us shortly. Sharika, who's our neighborhood revitalization coordinator, is going to give us a recap of some of the Women Build events we had just recently to celebrate Earth Day. We'll get to meet our Women Build, women-led families through a short video. We're going to go live to the Women Build job site. It kicked off this morning with framing. So Kristen from our staff will be over there with folks at the site, and we'll get to check in on the progress. And then we're going to close with more ways that you can be involved with Women Build throughout the year. First, I'd love to give special recognition to Lowe's, a wonderful sponsor of Women Build and just a longtime partner of Habitat Charlotte Regions. The last time we were able to work on site with Lowe's was International Women Build Week in early March of last year. We had a great time building on LaTanya's home, and then, as we all know, the world changed. We officially kicked off our 2021 Women Build activities this past March with International Women Build Week with some virtual activities. Since 2008, Lowe's and Habitat have partnered together on International Women Build Week, an event that highlights the global need for women's access to safe and affordable housing. It also provides opportunities for women in construction and home improvement, both here in the US and throughout the world. During International Women Build Week, we had Lowe's Inspiration Challenge, a fundraiser where Lowe's matched every online gift supporting Women Build for up to $30,000. We exceeded our goal, raising $38,414 from individual donors. But when combined with that Lowe's gift, it netted more than $68,000 in funding to support our 3 Women Build projects this year. Thank you, Lowe's. Thank you for your ongoing commitment and generous support of Women Build here in the Charlotte region and throughout the world. And thank you to all of our Women Build 30 sponsors who are joining us this year in creating affordable home ownership opportunities for more women in our community. Women like Janet Stewart, our very first Women Build home buyer from 1991, who is here with us today. And I'll give Janet just a minute to come on screen. And here we have a picture. Hi, Janet. Good morning. Thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it.
No problem.
I was asking Janet earlier if it felt like 30 years. So what does it mean to you to know that something like this started out with you on such a personal basis, but it has grown into such an amazing movement for women's empowerment?
It's amazing. I mean, I was raised by a single mom, and she always taught us that anything you wanted to do, you could do. And to have all of these women in the trades that I didn't know existed. And to have them all come together to build a home, it was a humbling experience, to say the least.
Can you take us back to that experience back in the early 90s? What was it like? Anything that sticks out in particular about working with all those women? Any special memory?
I guess the biggest thing was that there were so many women who were eager to accomplish this feat and to be a part of that. I'll never forget it. It's hard to put it into words, really. It
Well,
was, go ahead. It was,
yeah, go ahead.
it was, like I said, humbling and amazing. And they were also eager to teach those that didn't know what they were doing, how to do it correctly. And I've learned a lot.
That's great. That's awesome. Can you talk a little bit about the impact that your Habitat House has had on you and the lives of your daughters?
It gave us a lot of stability. Living in apartments, we were moving every year or 3 years because we were priced out of the neighborhood. So we were always moving. The kids were always having to get new friends. But once we got into this home, all of that ended and we were able to establish a life that we didn't have before. And it gave them more confidence that they didn't have before, and it grounded us.
Janet, thank you so much for spending some time with us today. Really appreciate you being such an important part of this milestone and initiative. Anything you'd like to say to the women who are attending this morning or who will help to build and work on these 3 projects we're doing this year?
What I want to say is you all are truly changing someone's life. You're giving them hope and strength to take the next step into the future and to have a future that they couldn't imagine before. It's thank you just doesn't put it into words. I mean, it's not enough because even after 30 years, I still can't come up with the words to even express how it's changed my life and the lives of my children. But they've gone on to become homeowners, and they've gone on to college, which wasn't even on our radar in the beginning. But now, I mean, after we moved here, we were able to look at other things instead of where we're going to live next year. So thank you so much for all you've done and for what you will do in the future. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Janet. I hope you have a wonderful Mother's Day. And again, thank you for sharing your story and celebrating this milestone with us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, now I'd like to introduce Sharon Estridge, our Neighborhood Revitalization Coordinator, who's going to tell us a little bit about a recent event we had in conjunction with Women Build and Earth Day. Sharika?
Thank you, Shannon, and thank you, Janet, for that beautiful tear, uh, tearful story. We really appreciate that. Those beautiful stories always help us to know that what we're doing is definitely not in vain. So we greatly appreciate you and your story. Hello, everyone. I am excited to be here with you today and share just a little bit about two great events that I had the opportunity to coordinate along, the lines of Earth Day as well as celebration of Women Build 30. So, we came together and we were thinking, what are some good ideas? What are great events we could around celebrating this amazing milestone that we have reached with Women Build, but also in conjunction with Earth Day. And so we put our heads together and we came up with Purses, Pumps, and Pearls. It was our collection drive that we did in partnership with our restores across the region, where we partnered with an amazing organization, Dress for Success. And we actually did a collection drive in our restores, collecting exactly what we called it: purses, pumps, and pearls. And let me tell you, we absolutely got some beautiful pieces from that event. But just a little bit about Just for Success. It is an organization that serves women, and from preparing them to go into new employment adventure, all around financial literacy and interviewing skills, as well as resume building. And so we had this opportunity to partner with them to do that. And it was great getting it all together. We were able to talk with them about what they really needed. This was the one thing that they talked about needing. They get an overload of apparel all the time, but the they needed was purses, pumps, and pearls. And so we were excited to be able to share, that organization with the community by way of collecting those items. And we will be doing that big drop off with them. And we're excited about that coming up soon as well. In addition to our Pumps, Purses, and Pearls events, we also partnered with another organization doing wonderful, great things. She built this city, and in honor of specifically Earth Day, we with them took old pallets, and with a group of about what was about 25 or so women who had, some of them never used a hammer, a drill, a crowbar. They were able to touch these tools for the very first time and take an old pallet and reconstruct it into a garden bed. And as you see on the picture on the screen, we actually have one of our partners from She Built the City, and she's actually doing the cutting of one of those garden beds. So again, one kind of statistic that we took from that event was about 80% of those participants had never touched one of those power tools, or, like I mentioned, a hammer. And one great thing about that event in particular was it was a Saturday. We had planned it, a couple months out, and got to the week of, and that particular day, 100% chance of rain. Go. So the beautiful thing was we were able to actually take that event into our restore and do it there. We greatly appreciate Caitlin for helping us to organize, and her team actually for helping us to organize that event. But it was amazing, and for them in particular, it is a stepping stone to maybe even partnering with those participants to one day come on a site like you'll see later with Kristen. So, we had a great time. We are looking to maybe plan additional events like that soon in the future. But we had an amazing time, and I would definitely encourage you to visit Dress for Success, and She Built This websites to learn more about them. And again, we are great partners with them, and they are great partners to us. And again, we had a fun time. So I'm happy to be here and to share those great events, and just share some of the pictures that we took on that day with our hips, who were able to be there, Upcycle Arts, who was there as well. And so we just a great time. So thank you, Shannon. Thank you, Peter. Glad to be here and share about those events today.
Okay.
And this time, so we are going to go into our video that features our Women Build homeowners, Lula, Trinae, and Tanisha. And just for the video, I would ask that during that time you turn up your volume as loud as you can, but don't forget to turn it down when Shannon comes back. Take it away, Peter, for our video.
Tucked in a sleepy little neighborhood in the Queen City, you'll find a humble home with Miss Lula gently rocking on her porch. After 7 years of renting the house from Mr. Anderson, a realtor who Lula greatly admires, she saved up to eventually buy it in 1980. She made a promise to him to keep it as long as she lives. The nearly 100-year-old home housed 4 children along with Lula and her late husband. The critical home repair team is stepping in to overhaul her beloved porch, which is in dire need of updates for safety purposes, and will replace the leaky roof, repair her small back deck, and install a walk-in shower as Lula's mobility is limited. As the old saying goes, where there's a will, there's a way. That philosophy is ingrained in Trinae, a mother of 2 who is in the process of putting down roots and securing a new townhome for her family. A self-described independent woman, Trinae learned how to be strong at a young age. Losing her mom at just 12 years old, she knew she had to be more independent. And to this day, she is setting an example for her children. She refers to her new place as her forever home. I'm a creature of habit. I don't like to move around. I like to settle, and I'm so happy to have that opportunity in my Habitat home, where I'll be forever and the kids will always have a place to come back to, she said. Tanisha has been blessed at least twice in her life. The married young mother of 2 was just 4 years old when she and her mother embarked on the Habitat journey of homeownership. Even at such a young age, Tanisha had an understanding of how this opportunity would improve their lives. It was through her mom's involvement and realization that she too could own her own home that compelled her to apply. Now Tanisha, her husband, and 2 boys are just months away from moving into their brand new home built in celebration of the 30th anniversary of Women Build.
So great to hear the stories of Lula and Trinae and Tanisha. We are so excited that they are part of this milestone anniversary. And speaking of celebrating milestones, Kristen, who is on our marketing communication staff, is out on site, on the build site right now. And we'd love to check in with her and see how progress is going. So we're going to see if our technology works here. And yeah, it looks like we've got Kristen. So Kristen, I'm going to have you take it from here and tell us what's going on with Anna, our site supervisor, and also Brenda, a longtime volunteer of Women Build. So take it away.
Hey everyone, as Shannon mentioned, we're here building a new home for Tanisha. This is Anna, site supervisor, who I believe has been working on Women Build for 4 years. And so as a leader in construction, what does Women Build mean to you?
Yeah, it means the world, because as we all know, this is a very male dominated field, and to have women come out, and especially a whole group of women just building a whole house together, it just breaks down all kinds of barriers that our culture, our society has put in forward, like in our minds, that, oh, this is a man's job. No, we can do it just as good. So it's a big deal.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
And Brenda, who has been volunteering with Habitat for 34 years. How does it feel to be back on site with volunteers specifically for the 30th anniversary of Women Build?
Every time we're on the job site, it's just wonderful. People come from all walks of life, all corners of our community, and come for a common purpose. And it was great to see Janet on screen a minute ago. I remember framing her house 30 years ago today, and it's just been a great day today also.
Thank you. Well, as you can see, they've got one wall up and they want to get back to work getting that second wall up. Took a quick break to say hello to you all, but thanks so much. And again, thanks for being with us today.
Thanks, y'all. Great seeing you. I'm envious. Hopefully we can have more volunteers out on site soon. We'll have a little bit more about that to come in a little bit. But first, I want to have Peter tell us about something exciting, another way that we can all celebrate Women Build 30 through our new web store.
Need to unmute myself there. Thanks, Shannon. Yeah, so we are super excited today to announce that we have our official Women Build 30 merchandise web store. You can access this from our Women Build landing page on our website. We will also have an email going out with a link to that landing page following up from this presentation. But as you can see, we have a lot of cool options. We have our commemorative shirt in, I think we call it Blackberry. So it's a cool purple shirt, and that's sort of a tradition that we've been doing since the beginning. We're just coming up with a very cool design to commemorate that year's Women Build. But we also have some branded materials in terms of t-shirts, tank tops, 2 styles of hoodies, a cap, as well as some really nice coffee mugs and water bottles. So the way this works is we will have the website open. You can see the countdown clock here. We will accumulate orders until May 30th, and at that point, we will process all orders, and you will get your merchandise by the 15th of June. Super exciting. We also have multiple colors, as you can see on some of these really cool designs. So, afterwards, if you want to go check it out, get your merch, check out the site. We'd really appreciate it. And so back to you, Shannon.
Awesome. Thanks, Peter. I just ordered myself a hoodie last night, so I'm pretty excited about that. And again, just a great way to represent this milestone and the impact that we're having in the local community. So let's jump to some other areas where you can get engaged with us. We have different ways that you can participate in this Women Build movement that will extend beyond just the build of the home and the repair of the home that we're doing this year. We want you to participate, to advocate, and to donate, and here's some examples. You can advocate by showing your pride and displaying your support of Women Build with new merchandise like Peter shared. That's one way. We also are having a Women Build book club that we'll be doing in the month of June. More details to follow. Some of you may have heard this book. There's a lot of buzz right now about it. We have selected the 3 mothers, how the mothers of Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X, and James Baldwin shaped a nation. And again, we're hoping to do that in June. The first 20 people who registered for and attended today, we're going to send you a copy of the book in the mail as just a way to appreciate your participation. And other attendees we'll get a really cool Habitat Women Build 30 sticker that you can display on your car or water bottle. You can actually unstick and stick the sticker 100 times, so you can put it lots of different places and share your support. You can also, speaking of mothers, Sunday, as we know, is Mother's Day. And if you haven't found the perfect gift for that woman in your life that you'd like to celebrate, consider making a donation in honor to support Women Build. And again, like Peter said, you'll get an email and follow up with these details, or you can visit our website. And finally, we're glad to announce that we have started bringing back individual volunteers on our Women Build job site again. You saw the crew that was kicking off this morning, and you can see dates available on the screen here. We've got a few dates coming up this summer, along with a link to our volunteer registration page. Again, you'll get all this in a follow-up email to this event. But please come and be a part of making Tanisha's dreams a reality by helping to build her house. But hurry, because there are limited slots available. We still have smaller crews because of COVID restrictions. I want to thank everybody for joining us today for Women Build 30. This virtual event is a great way for us to get together, but we do look forward to being together in person soon. We appreciate your interest in Women Build and the work that Habitat Charlotte Region does in our community. The follow-up email will be coming your way, and we'll include a link to our landing page where you can find links to our merch store, the donation form, the volunteer page, and more. And don't forget, while you're there, sign up for our e-newsletter, The Women Builder, if you haven't already done so. Hope everybody has a great day, and thanks again.